Hey, my name is Julie, and once I ran away from home. Yeah, I know it was a dumb thing to do. Well, I don't really know what I was thinking when I did it, but to be honest, I was literally scared to death. That day I was just wandering everywhere in school and was going through severe anxiety attacks. I had to do something. I didn't have the guts to face my parents with what I was going through. So I decided to go home and leave a note, which said, "I'm running away with my boyfriend because I'm pregnant." I left the note in my room on top of my side table and went to the coffee shop with my best friend Drake, waiting for my parents to call me. My anxiety attack was still in full force, so I started talking about different things with Drake to distract me and kept chugging coffee down one after another. We got so involved in the discussion that neither of us even realized that 2 hours had passed away, and there still wasn't even a single call or message from my parents. "Why haven't your parents called you yet?" Drake asked. He looked worried. All types of things started racing through my mind. Maybe my parents didn't care enough that I was gone. Or maybe they didn't even notice, or even felt glad that I left. But then I rechecked my phone, and a wave of shock went through my entire body as I realized I forgot to turn flight mode off. I quickly turned it off, and my cell started buzzing uncontrollably with messages and calls from my parents and friends. Even more surprisingly, my crush Steve had tried to contact me, which made me feel really nice for a minute, despite the mess I was in. Anyways, Drake told me I should go back home as soon as possible because 2 hours is a long time and my parents must be worried sick. So I did exactly what Drake told me and went back home. When I got there, I saw a police car parked outside my house. As I entered the house, I saw my parents, friends, and even Steve had all gathered at my house. Then I saw my mom's crying face as she was talking to the policeman and showing him my note. When everyone saw me, they stood shocked. But it didn't take long for my parents to come and hug me with tears in their eyes. At that moment, I felt really embarrassed for the mess I had caused. But I did have my reasons. Everyone started rushing towards me to console me and ask me why I did it. The truth was, I wasn't even pregnant. Every single person in the room was dumbfounded as soon as they heard what I said. I still remember one of my friends scratching his head. Everyone was desperate to know what actually happened. You guys must be wondering the same thing, right? Well, the truth is, the day before, we were handed over our report cards at school for the entire academic year. Unsurprisingly, I had failed 2 of my classes. I was really worried about how my parents would react when they found out about it. They were super strict and took my grades very seriously. They would probably ground me for a month or 2. So my plan was to make them realize there are more important things in life than a grade on a written piece of paper. So I devised this plan, which, as you can see, didn't go as I expected. Anyway, I told my parents that all I really wanted was for them to see that my grades weren't the most valuable part about me. I was going through a lot because all the pressure they had been putting on me for my grades was affecting my mental health, and it was causing me to start having panic attacks, which were unbearable. My parents looked surprised to know this about me, and I could see them trying to calm themselves down and act rationally, despite the emotionally overcharged situation, which I was grateful for because I didn't want to be screamed at in front of my friends, especially Steve. My parents then explained that their love for me is unconditional, and all they really wanted was to see me excel at everything I do. But they never meant for the cost to be my mental health. However, they did tell me that what I did was still unacceptable. I got them really worried, and because of that, I still got grounded for 2 weeks. Which was actually okay because I kinda deserved it. In the long run, this incident actually brought us closer together, especially after understanding how much I actually meant to them.